I'm up in the mountains just outside of Buena Vista, Colorado. Tomorrow morning I am going to summit Mount Princeton, about an altitude of 14,200 feet, and I am going to record the hike for this channel. But I thought this would be a great time to share some of the gear that I use when I make my videos. My main camera for the hike is going to be the Insta360 X5. Typically when I shoot these videos, I just have a ton of stuff with me. Full-size camera, drone, multiple action cameras. But I've really been trying to focus on getting my kit as light and as easy as possible. And I was like, well, the X5 might be the perfect camera, and I want to share some of the accessories that I've been testing out recently. When I was driving up here, I had the X5 mounted to the outside of my Jeep. I knew it was a risky thing to do because the road is rough, and I hit a particular rocky, bumpy section and it fell off and hit the ground. Got a little bit of a nick on the side, little dents into the rubber. But really what happened here is I scratched the lens, and ordinarily if you scratch the lens on a 360 camera, it's done. You can't do anything about it until you go ahead and send it off to be repaired or whatever. But on the X5, you can replace it yourself. I think this should be relatively quick and easy. Okay, that took the outer ring off. Let me just pull that. Oops. Good thing that was already scratched. I don't see any dust or dirt in there, but I'll grab the replacement lens. It has a little stopper here so you don't have to touch it, so that's good. I don't see any dust or anything on there. Put it back on. I don't see any kind of dirt or smudging or any discoloration or anything. Replacing that lens was super easy, took less than a minute. You can actually do that, sitting on a rock out on the trail if you needed to. I'm glad I got that taken care of. It was going to basically ruin my plans for this video. The first piece of gear that I wanted to talk about is this. This is the FOMO power handle. So the X5 attaches to the handle like so. And you have the USB-C cable here. Plug it in and you're all set. The handle has 6100 milliamp hours. If you have it set to 5.7K, you can get over 6 hours of recording time off of the power bank in this handle. If you don't need to charge it, you just hit this little button here and it folds down nice and compact. Right here, this is the mini remote, so you can control the X5 using this, and has a range of 10 meters, so about 30 feet. I've been testing out the FOMO power handle for a few weeks now. So I was out in Creede, Colorado around 4th of July, and I got this cool time lapse. I'll show it to you here. Between the power handle and the battery that's already in here, you can get a lot of recording time. When I was testing it out up in Creede, I turned it on around dusk and then went and picked it up first thing in the morning, and the power handle had run out, but there was still battery life in the X5. You can charge any of your electronics, your phone, anything that uses a Type-C charging cable. So this has been a really nice option to have, because you can never have too much battery power. The next piece of gear I'm making a regular part of my kit is this. This is the GPS remote and mic, and it works with the X5. It also works with the Ace Pro 2. That is what I'm recording with right now. You want to have quality sound, and that's what this gives you, but it also gives you so much more. Since it has the GPS, it can record the speed, elevation, pace, route. The amount of control it gives you is just really great. Oftentimes mics can have some kind of remote function, but typically it's along the lines of stop, start recording, maybe turn it off, do something with the audio. But this one, you can really fully control the X5. I have other gear to share, but I want to save that until tomorrow. I want you guys to see how all this stuff works in real life scenarios. On this channel, I share outdoor content like hiking, overlanding, camping, and videos about the gear that I use to make those videos. If that seems interesting to you, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm ready to call it a night. Tomorrow I'll start the hike and we'll see how well the X5 and the kit that I put together works. When I was putting together this kit to use with the X5, I was keeping in mind that I am a solo creator, and the number one thing you're going to need if you're a solo creator is a tripod. And this is the throw pod from Insta360. And tripod is so important because whether I'm doing hiking video or overlanding video, there's a lot of finding a good spot, putting the tripod and the camera down, going back, driving or walking, stopping, turning back around, getting the camera. That's just, part of the gig, and you need to have a tripod. So this one is nice and compact. There's this button on the bottom. When you push it, the legs come out, so it's nice and wide. You can a nice secure base. It gets pretty tall. It's about 3.5 feet, I believe, so you can do more than just the standard vlogging, headshot as you walk or whatever. So this is a must. I've been using this for a while now. I really like it. I'm at a good spot where I can take a break, catch my breath, and admire the views. You see the valley below there. And the ultimate goal for this hike right up there. Perfect time to show you the next item that I'm adding to the kit. And that is this right here. This is a magnetic holster. And the reason why these are so great, especially with the X5 and having the dual, kind of fisheye lenses, you need to have some way so when you're not catching video to make sure it's secure, but still easy to get access to. So right now I'm about to get into the scree there, and I need to have the use of my hands so that way it can sit right in here. I have the cover on it, so if it were to fall out or hit a rock or something like that, it's protected. And then when I do need it, all you do is twist like that, and you have it, and you are ready to go. I stopped for a water break and also checked my battery. I've been using the same battery since the start of the hike. Insta360 just released the Ultra battery for the X5. You get 18% more battery life out of it, and it's doing pretty well. I think right now it's at 31%, so not bad. And I'm not, actually time-wise, I'm pretty far from the top, so I'm most likely going to have to change out the battery. I always take, at least 3 batteries with me when I'm doing anything, no matter which camera I'm using at the time. And here's the Ultra battery, and then I also have that FOMO power handle that I keep with me that I showed you back at the campsite. So I'm not lacking for power, because there's the two worst feelings when you're recording video. One is forgetting to press record, or the SD card being corrupted and losing all your footage, and the next is just not having enough battery and it dies, an hour in, and you can't capture anything else. So the more batteries, the better. Finally made it to the top, and I saved one last accessory that I am adding to my Insta360 X5 action kit, and that is this. It looks like a selfie stick, but it's more than that. It's actually the bullet time selfie stick. You unscrew this section here, and then it pulls out, and then you have different degrees it will turn. So if I flip it like this, it's 90 degrees, 65 degrees, 75 degrees. I generally have been using 90 degrees. Next thing you do is you have to remember to put it into bullet time mode. Then you are all set, and you have to be okay with looking kind of ridiculous while you're spinning it over your head, but the shot that you get with it is one of a kind.